It's the next one. Kind of funny, this job is just hitting the YouTube now. That's how far behind I am. That's where I just did the septic. It's like, I don't know, was it March something? Look at this Barndominium. That's awesome. Got it all driveway done, everything good. So what I got to do, I got to get all this, start getting it graded up. That's a lot of dirt there to move. That pile wasn't there when I bid this. I'm thinking the best way to do that, maybe load my dump truck up and drive it around once it dries up. I don't know, we'll see. There's topsoil right there. Yeah, we got to get this graded up. I was supposed to do, he wanted the downspouts ran today, but I don't have the manpower and I'm not doing that myself. I learned that I'm not wrestling and fighting that pipe. Carlito's on spring break, starts tomorrow and next week, so we'll get him and Hammer here. It'd be good for them two to work on. Don't kill yourself, you don't have to. Man, it's a mess. There's crap everywhere. There's a lot more dirt to move than when I originally looked at this. That's how it goes sometimes. How's your guys' season starting out? I'll tell you what, mine's starting out the same as it always does. Bidding a ton of stuff and really not getting it because, I don't know, people, you hear they're getting multiple bids, and this time of year is always like that. Coming out of winter, it seems like everybody else bids their stuff super cheap to get work because they really don't have much on the books, but I don't lower my price. I'm not going to do that. So in the beginning of the year, I always lose out on quite a bit of work just because everybody's kind of in a bidding war, and I vow not to do that. I'm not going to cheapen my product. But what I've realized in the past, what I do, like I've done that before, and then I got a bunch of work, and then it gets busy, and then you bid it normal and you get the good work, and then you don't want to go do the stuff you bid cheaper. You'll figure it out. Well, let's get this unloaded and start pushing stuff around here. Cat Rip's coming tomorrow to get me pricing on that, to see what trade-in is. I got all the pricing on new 275 XE high flow, so I can run a mulcher on it, and he's pricing me up the Cat mulcher. Any of you guys are out there watching that do mulching, let me know what the best head is. I don't think I want to go with Fecon because Fecon's teeth are too expensive. They got a patent on it, nobody can make aftermarket. So let me know what you guys, best bang for the buck for teeth and durability and everything. I'm new to the mulching deal, but I always like to spend my money once. But it just seems like everything that, when I had that Fecon mulcher, everything I dealt with was just so expensive. They know they got you. There's plenty of other companies out there that make mulching heads now. So family, help me out. That's what family's for. We're here for each other. We're all dirt bangers, you know. I think we'll start chipping away over here, getting this gravel moved. Good thing is, he's building his driveway. He's coming into the backside over here. So I'm gonna take this gravel and take over there, so when we cut his driveway in, it'll be there. All this base that they dug out. And there's gonna be a lot of work in getting all this stuff cleaned up. I tell you, I'd really love to have a smaller off-road truck, man. It'd be perfect for moving stuff like that. I'd use it quite a bit, but that's just one more piece you got to get to the job site. And the problem is you start factoring in moving everything, and it just doesn't make sense. You know, people watch these videos sometimes and they comment, well, you should do this, you should do that, you should take this there, you should. Yeah, that's that's fine, but like I said, man, I'm already getting underbid and stuff on stuff now. I mean, you start adding equipment, mobilization for more pieces, that's just the price to the customer goes up, you know. And I already feel like, I don't know, I already feel like there's plenty of other people out there doing it cheaper. I always love when you meet with a customer, they give you a description what they want done. I'm always normally the first one there because, I don't know, I always get pumped up. I get excited about going to look at work and talking that language, and I don't know, when somebody calls me for a job, I just get excited, especially if it's like pond repair or clearing or cutting a big road in, man. I just get fired up, so I get out there pretty quick, and then they normally, if I'll get my estimate to them first, and then that works against me because then they can leverage that with the next guy that's coming normally. But and then it's funny because you know, they'll tell me exactly how they want it done in instances, so I price it that way, and then I see on Facebook somebody else got it and did it totally different than what the customer explained to me or wanted it done. And I'm like, well, if you wanted it done that way, I certainly could have done it and it would have been cheaper. So I don't know if that's customer not getting what they want or whatever, but I've dealt with that. Let me know if you guys deal with the same thing. Bunch of mini warriors. Everybody's got a skid loader and mining around here. Give you all a little before and after here before we make this thing beautiful. That's good topsoil there. Start packing this crappier stuff around back, lessen that edge back there. Pretty good edge here. We gotta loosen out. He said we may even need to get some more dirt hauled in, which we can do that. So I told you guys that I got the new 275 priced up. Let me know what you got, what you think that thing's gonna run. I don't know, it wasn't as much as I thought. I thought it'd be way more. Man, when they brought concrete trucks in, man, they got close to the septic. Getting it moved. I tell you, it's really hard to see the flow of this yard, how the driveway and everything works in, and you got this big hump, and then you got the diversion swell. I got to get that moved, and then once I get on a dozer, my butt tells me everything. I can feel it. Yeah, there's a bunch of different stuff going on. I got these big humps here, so might have to cut more of this out to get everything falling like this. Got that big hump there, so obviously that's lower than that, so I gotta create so the water comes this way, so there might be quite a bit of dirt coming out of here. Like I said, it's just kind of hard to tell now. I got to get that moved, and then once I get on a dozer, I can feel everything how it needs to go. You can't, I mean, that's just too short of a track base to figure out. I don't know, when I'm on that dozer, I can just feel every little bit of grade and where I need to come up to, and there it is. I tell you, you guys, I don't know if I filmed it, man. I dropped my dozer off here, and it was like November, and then it was good weather. I was gonna grade this up. He wanted to get this all done, which it wouldn't have really worked because it was still a gravel driveway, and really to finish grade you need to do that. And I dug this in. All this stuff needs to settle good, but I brought my dozer here in November, dropped it off. I was gonna do that, weather was perfect, and everything changed. It started ice and snow. I looked at the forecast, I'm like, dude, it's not gonna change. I pulled out, you know, just because I like having my stuff. When it turns nasty, my stuff goes in the garage and it stays warm. And but man, that was 4 months ago, and it feels like, honestly, it feels like a couple days ago I did it, man. As you get older, the time flies, and we just got to fight back those heavy hands of time, man. You're not promised tomorrow, so every day do what you enjoy and try to make the best out of it. You know what I'm saying? Another, man, look at that. That's a hell of a crawdad hole. So yeah, well, I got you on here. Thanks for the support. Thanks for orders on OrschellX.com. It's not shop, it's just OrschellX, but I like that so you know to go there. But I appreciate it. You guys been ordering. Good comments, positive. I love it. Tried and true family members. What do you think? I could do a how-to video, how to grade up this yard, try to get a bunch of clicks, but that's just not me. You guys are just coming along for the ride, you know. Slip and slide, take a ride, a day in the life. That's what this is all about. The ups and downs, ins and outs. I hate that when you drop it, it always blows on a new concrete. I have to get my blower, but you can see from here, I'm gonna have to take and cut that down that way and go that way with it. I'm just kind of laying everything out. We got rain, geez, the next few days, so I'm just kind of laying everything out. It'll settle down when it, you know, then I can come in here with the Harley rake, and then all these knobs here, I'm gonna have to figure it out. Like I said, I'll figure it out. This is a tight fit. Be nice if it could have waited to put the tank in. It's gonna be tough to get to this side here to back, put dirt up around those edges. Got that pile chiseled down. We got pretty much everything laid out. Man, I tell you, I was working over here and that thing just kept sinking. I'm like, what in the heck? And I realized they put that power line in, man. My machine was just sinking down in there. But I hauled some stuff around for that edge. And it's so wet, I don't know if you can, man, I better clean that road. I'll have somebody up in arms at me. Let me get that cleaned out. I want to grab the shovel. Check this pipe when I put this on there, just make sure it didn't go below level. Maybe have to prop that up just a hair. This was actually, looked like it came down a little bit, so actually looks like it's better where it needs to be now. Everything's good with the pipe, so I'm gonna put this dirt in there. We're definitely not gonna be able to go over this area. I'm just gonna have to do that up. You won't be able to drive on that because that will definitely sink and smash that pipe. So the gutter, we're just gonna run that tight along here, tight to there, get across that pipe, and then I'll dig down and catch that one. It's getting windy. You can feel that bad weather moving in. B would say, we'll just gingerly put this in there. We're not gonna be able to get a machine close to that. that gutter running right. It was putting all that water right on that tank. If I wouldn't have filled it with water, it would have floated for sure. And you know what I say? If it can't happen, it will. We'll need a little bit more dirt down in here. Get this septic lid located here. Perfect. And hit the other one from the back side. That's what I like about this smooth bucket. I had a tooth bucket on my first one. My buddy Tucker's like, oh, you don't want a tooth bucket, them things are horrible. And honestly, this cat's got so much power. Teeth are your power, but this thing, it digs right through it. This smooth bucket's the only way to go. I've never needed a tooth bucket. Put it on the front side so when it goes under, you're just not dropping it straight on it. That water out there. That's one thing I know they changed on a new unit is these pins and all this dirt. I hate how that all gets behind there. Always been a complaint of mine. And them pins won't go back down when you grease them all the time. Pretty much done with the skid loader for now. I'm gonna jump on the dozer, kind of rough everything up. If I hardly raked it, it edged in there a lot nicer, but we got rain coming in, it's softening up, and then I'll hit it. Just kind of want to knock everything down and kind of little rough it in more. I mean, I could probably wait, but it'll look better when the customer comes and sees it shaped up a little better. Like I say, these grades are going to be a little different. I'm going to actually have to bring my laser, shoot that, and then see what this diversion swell is. Maybe try to bring that down to the diversion swell. See how deep it's going to be in the yard. Kind of working against myself a little bit. Like I said, if I Harley raked all this, I'd be pushing up material that would be way easier to edge. To get a good it's all powdery, you can just put it right by there and it falls into place. What we'll do, we'll just blade this up here in a pile at the end, and I over here, I can feel the brakes in my seat. Exactly when I need to adjust the blade and get that grade. Perfect. $2.99, that's just got too short of a track base. By the time you're feeling it, you're braking over. Yeah, you can see it's starting to take place. That big nodule there, bring that up and bringing everything up so it hits and goes, and got to get that highest point there and see if we can get 2 points to come together. The thing is, we got to keep a high ridge here to keep the water from going on that septic field, because when I came to this site, that was a valley and everything ran there, but that's the only place you can put a septic, and that's what you don't want, really. You don't want your water going towards your field, so we have to divert it. That's what this is. So we got to keep this high. Like I said, actually 3 points are going to have to come together. We'll get it. Hey, I've been watching you. If anybody can do it, we can do it. We can do it together, right? Customer's probably gonna have to get some more dirt, a few loads for sure. When I come back to dig his basement, I'll have my tooth bucket. I'm gonna try to pop that out. Well, I'm gonna pop that out if it's still there by then. We'll get this shaped up a little bit. Actually, it was better to get this roughed in before I did all the downspouts, because I would have had to come across that piers and that would have got crushed for sure. Yeah, but that wasn't there when we were gonna do it. That would have been so much easier. I could have brought that swale right on down. Now it's not gonna be as good. I got everything laid out there. Hit it with that power rake. It'll look bitchin'. That was a little more shredded up, I could say. That laid in there real nice, but that's not the case. Man, I tell you, had a lot going on. I had the camera mounted there, which isn't that good. So I'm watching to make sure the camera didn't fall off. Watching that corner, watching a tank. So I didn't get it done as quick and as nice as normal, but I was trying to watch for a lot of things. Another thing too, when you're doing this and don't have good material, you gotta watch rocks, because when you're coming back, they'll turn and then they'll get between your blade and the dozer and they'll smash in on that. There ain't much holding that. That happened at my barn. If it can't happen, it will happen. Any of you that do this long enough know that. This is gonna be, I don't know if I'm gonna track my dozer around there, because I really need to get this swale. I don't know. I must need some good stuff to work with around these edges too. I don't know if we'll be able to get enough out of here. It's gonna show a lot when I shoot this. Oh man, from looking from here, that corner of that swale, it's way lower than that. I'm gonna have to shoot it and see if he wants to grade up to the edges and cut down. Man, that's a lot. It's deceiving. Up there didn't look that bad, but it's still deceiving. Get the laser on it, might tell a different story. Funny story, one of the first jobs I ever did, it was a building pad that was on a rolling off hill, and I had my brand new laser. I set it up and I'm shooting it. I'm like, there's no way. It was like from the front to the back, it was like 15 foot different. I'm like, there's no way this damn laser's broke. And it's when I was, you know, just getting into it. I didn't use the laser enough, you know, so I had the rep from the laser come down and he shot it, and it wasn't that, man. It was just that deceiving. So sometimes it can deceive, especially when you're laying these septic out too. You'll put the flags where you think, and man, it's totally different where that contour lays. Get a shovel, clean that up. It's laying in there all right. Well, here's what it's turning out like. About all we can do for today. Got everything pretty much roughed in, laid out. I think he's gonna need some dirt in the back. I got all this stuff kind of set in there. That way when I come through with the Harley rake, it'll just turn into absolutely perfect topsoil, and then we can edge that, hand edge it. Yeah, it's turning out good. Next time we'll start putting in the downspouts, put this thing in submission. Like always, fam, thanks for being part of this experiment. Should slide on over to Orschell X, check it out. Stick with me. Let's see how this one turns out.